Bella awakens to her newfound vampire senses, her beauty and strength undeniable as she embraces Edward with a vigor that even he finds startling. Eager to see her baby, Bella's maternal instincts clash with her insatiable thirst for blood, prompting Edward to suggest a hunt before their reunion. During the hunt, Bella's control is tested when she encounters a rock climber, his injury tempting her primal instincts. Despite the burning thirst, Bella's determination and willpower prevail, leading her to throw herself into a lake to resist the allure of human blood. Satiating her hunger with a mountain lion, she returns to the Cullen home, eager to meet her daughter. However, Jacob's concern dampens Bella's anticipation, his presence a jarring reminder of his lingering imprint on Renesmee. Bella's confusion turns to frustration as Edward intervenes, concealing the truth from her. As she finally meets Renesmee, her daughter's touch reveals a shared memory, unveiling Jacob's imprinting. Anger flares as Bella confronts Jacob, his attempts at reasoning met with resistance. In a moment of heated confrontation, Bella's aggression leads to a clash with Seth and Leah, prompting her immediate regret. Despite her initial reluctance, Jacob's plea for Renesmee's safety resonates, shedding light on their destined bond. With newfound understanding, Bella reluctantly accepts the unbreakable connection between Jacob and Renesmee, realizing that their intertwined fates transcend her own desires. Though still uneasy, she begrudgingly acknowledges that even her will cannot sever the bond forged between Jacob and their daughter, Renesmee. As a heartfelt wedding gift, the Cullens unveil a beautifully renovated cottage on their property, offering Bella and Edward a sanctuary of privacy. Embracing their newfound vampire abilities, Bella and Edward indulge in their physical connection once more, with Bella reveling in the heightened sensations of their lovemaking. Amidst their bliss, Bella muses on the endless pleasure of their intimacy, questioning why they would ever want to cease their passionate encounters, now free from the constraints of breath and sleep. However, their idyllic moment is interrupted by Charlie's persistent calls, a reminder of the ties they left behind in Forks. Carlyle gently suggests that informing Charlie of Bella's demise would spare him unnecessary grief, a notion that weighs heavily on Bella's heart. As the reality of leaving Forks looms, Emmett jests about his attachment to the quaint town, prompting Carlyle to reassure him that their paths always lead back home. Jacob's resistance to leaving Forks echoes throughout the Cullen family, his concern for Renesmee's future driving him to take drastic action. Revealing his true nature to Charlie, Jacob's clumsy transformation into a wolf shocks and confounds Bella's father. With heartfelt sincerity, Jacob assures Charlie of Bella's well-being amidst her unusual transformation, emphasizing her desire to remain in his life. Edward's anger flares at Jacob's recklessness, fearing the repercussions of his actions on Charlie's safety. With the Cullens' guidance, Bella learns to feign human mannerisms during Charlie's visit, masking her vampiric nature to maintain their fragile charade. Though Charlie senses the truth behind Bella's facade, his love for his daughter and newfound affection for Renesmee override his confusion. Embracing his special grandchild, Charlie accepts their unconventional family dynamic with open arms, choosing love over understanding. As laughter fills the air, Emmett's jests are met with Bella's impressive display of strength, proving her prowess as a newborn vampire. With a playful spirit and newfound physical abilities, Bella effortlessly bests Emmett in arm wrestling and shatters a boulder, leaving the Cullens in awe of her formidable strength. As Renesmee rapidly grows and matures, her accelerated development becomes a source of concern for the Cullen family, who fear that her rapid aging could lead to her untimely demise. Every fleeting moment with her is cherished, prompting Bella and Jacob to savor precious moments like catching snowflakes together. However, their idyllic existence is shattered when Irina, a member of the Denali clan, mistakes Renesmee for an immortal child, a forbidden creation in the vampire world due to their uncontrollable nature and potential threat to human existence. Bella is troubled by Irina's reaction but brushes it off initially, attributing it to Jacob's presence in his wolf form. Yet, Alice's ominous vision of the Volturi marching towards them sends shockwaves through the family, especially when they realize that Irina has reported them to the Volturi. With Alice and Jasper's sudden disappearance adding to their anxiety, Bella discovers a cryptic message hidden within a page from her book, hinting at Alice's plan to ensure Renesmee's safety. Taking matters into her own hands, Bella arranges a clandestine meeting with Jenks, uncovering a trail of fake passports and documents ordered by Jasper to safeguard Renesmee's future. As Bella pieces together Alice's intentions, she realizes the gravity of the situation and the sacrifices that may lie ahead to protect their family. In preparation for the impending confrontation with the Volturi, the Cullens rally their allies from across the globe, each bringing unique talents and motivations to the table. Among them are friends from Ireland, Egypt, India, and South America, united by a common goal to thwart the Volturi's oppressive regime. The Denali, cousins, shed light on Irina's vehement reaction, rooted in her personal tragedy of losing her mother to the Volturi's judgment for creating an immortal child. As tensions rise, the allies showcase their extraordinary abilities: Benjamin's mastery over the elements, Kate's capacity to generate electric shocks, and Safrina's manipulation of the mind, capable of conjuring intricate illusions. Amidst this display of prowess, Bella's unique gift emerges, a defensive shield that renders her impervious to mental intrusion and psychic attacks. Recognizing her potential, Kate and Tanya propose that Bella trains to extend her shield to protect others, a crucial asset in the impending conflict against the Volturi. Despite Edward's apprehension, he submits to Kate's electric shocks to facilitate Bella's training, acknowledging her indispensable role in countering the Volturi's formidable weapons, particularly Jane and Alec's devastating powers. As Bella embraces her newfound ability, the stage is set for a showdown of epic proportions, with Bella positioned as the linchpin in the Cullens' defense against their ancient adversaries. As more vampires enter the area, Jacob's tribe experiences a surge in new members transitioning into wolves, prompting the pack to intensify their training and education efforts. Meanwhile, Bella and Jacob are apprehensive about the growing number of witnesses gathering on the Cullens' behalf, particularly those who still indulge in human blood. Among the arriving guests are Garrett, an American patriot with a storied past, and the unpredictable Irish Coven, along with Peter, who fought alongside Jasper in the Civil War. However, tensions rise when two uninvited vampires, Vladimir and Stefan, express eagerness for a confrontation with the Volturi, contrary to Carlisle and Edward's hopes for peace. During a gathering of all the vampires and Jacob, Eleazar and Carlisle unveil a disturbing revelation gleaned from Vladimir and Stefan's comments. The Volturi manipulate situations to eliminate covens with gifted members and then recruit those members into their ranks after feigning forgiveness. It becomes clear that Arrow's relentless pursuit of the Cullens stems from his desire to acquire Alice's foresight ability. In response, Edward implores the assembled covens and wolf packs to join forces with his family against the Volturi, emphasizing the imminent threat posed to all those with unique abilities. While some, like Amon, hesitate to engage in conflict, others like Benjamin willingly commit to the fight, recognizing the grave danger they face if the Volturi's tyranny goes unchallenged. One by one, each group pledges their support, united in their determination to defend against the looming threat. As the first snowfall blankets the mountaintop, the Cullens and their allies gather, sharing stories and preparing for the impending confrontation with the Volturi. Bella gives Renesmee a pendant symbolizing her love and instructs her to stay with Jacob no matter what, anticipating the danger ahead. Sensing her mother's concern, Renesmee clings to Bella, who comforts her until she falls asleep, watched over by the rest of the Cullen family. As morning arrives, the Volturi approach, their presence commanding and ominous. Carlisle attempts to reason with Arrow, but the situation escalates when Arrow reads Edward's thoughts and learns the truth about Renesmee's nature. Bringing Renesmee forward, Bella, Jacob, and Emmett stand with her as she demonstrates her unique history and hybrid nature. Realizing Irina's error, Arrow shifts to a new tactic, provoking the group with the execution of Irina. Tanya and Kate react with grief and fury, prompting a struggle that requires the intervention of their allies to contain. Safrina's powers are employed to soothe and calm the distraught sisters. Unfazed, Arrow proceeds to his next plan, casting doubt on Renesmee's future by portraying her as a dangerous unknown entity. He argues that in a world where familiarity equals safety, Renesmee's unprecedented nature poses a potential threat. Despite the allies' efforts to maintain composure, Arrow's manipulation threatens to sway opinion against Renesmee and her family. Amidst the tension and chaos, Alice and Jasper emerge from the woods, with Alice attempting to sway Arrow by showing him a vision of the peaceful future with Renesmee. However, Alice's efforts are in vain as Arrow remains resolute in his decision to destroy the Cullens, driven by his desire to control their unique talents. Sensing the imminent danger, Alice discreetly signals Bella to send Jacob and Renesmee away to safety. With a heavy heart, Bella watches as Jacob speeds off with Renesmee, then turns to face the Volturi, ready to defend her family. Jane attempts to weaken Edward with her power, but Bella, with a determined smile, shields him with her own power, frustrating Jane's efforts. However, Alice and Jasper are captured by the Volturi, prompting a furious outcry from Carlisle. In a shocking turn of events, Arrow swiftly decapitates Carlisle, leaving the Cullens and their allies reeling with shock and grief. Enraged by Carlisle's death, a violent clash erupts between the allies and the Volturi, resulting in casualties on both sides. As the battle rages on, Bella bravely shields Jasper from Jane's power, but is overwhelmed when Alec disrupts her concentration. In the chaos, Felix incapacitates Jasper while Dimitri delivers a fatal blow. Emmett rushes to Bella's aid, dispatching Alec before turning his attention to help Seth, who falls victim to Jane's illusions. Meanwhile, Jacob struggles to protect Renesmee while being pursued by a Volturi attacker. Hearing Leah's howl as she witnesses Seth's demise, Jacob intercepts the assailant, swiftly dispatching him in midair before continuing to flee with Renesmee on his back. The battle reaches its climax as chaos reigns, with each side suffering losses. Bella, fueled by her newborn strength, manages to overpower her opponents, while Benjamin's earth-shattering move sends some Volturi plunging into a crevasse. Edward narrowly escapes death and defeats Dimitri, while Esme is saved by Leah but tragically falls to her own demise. Alice avenges Jasper's death by attacking Jane, who meets her end at Sam's hands. Tanya and Garrett take down Keys, while Marcus welcomes his fate at the hands of Vladimir and Stefan. Finally, Bella and Edward confront Arrow, with Bella delivering the decisive blow by ripping off his head, bringing an end to the chaos. The tense standoff between the Cullens and the Volturi reaches its peak as Alice reveals a vision of the catastrophic consequences of war. Arrow, realizing the dire outcome, attempts to retreat, but lingering doubts remain about Renesmee's potential danger to both vampires and humans. In a surprising turn, Edward offers a solution: the testimony of Nahuel, another vampire-human hybrid, who attests to his peaceful existence despite his unique heritage. Nahuel's story, coupled with Bella's powerful shield, convinces the Volturi to begrudgingly accept the Cullens' terms and depart. While some allies, like Vladimir and Stefan, clamor for vengeance, Carlisle insists on peaceful resolution. The allies breathe a collective sigh of relief, celebrating their victory and newfound unity. Additionally, Garrett finds love with Kate, cementing their bond within the Denali clan. As the tension dissipates and tranquility returns, the Cullens and their allies stand united, ready to embrace the future with hope and harmony. The allies bid farewell to the Cullens with gratitude, leaving them to return home in peace. Bella, Edward, Jacob, and Renesmee embrace the tranquility of their restored life. Alice glimpses a future filled with joy as she sees Bella, Edward, Renesmee, and Jacob sharing laughter on a sun-kissed beach. Edward, sensing Alice's vision, smiles contentedly, knowing that they have secured a safe and joyful future for their family. Jacob, noticing Edward's serene expression, playfully teases him about the possibility of being called Dad. Edward chuckles softly, appreciating the irony of the situation. In the final scene, Bella surprises Edward by lifting her shield, allowing him to finally hear her thoughts. They share a tender moment as Edward glimpses their shared memories, reaffirming their eternal happiness. As they kiss, a sense of everlasting bliss fills the air, reminding us that their love will endure forever. What do you think about this video? Let me know in comments section and do not forget to like, share and subscribe.